So just very briefly, today is the first day of the fast. The fast of the Dormition, or the falling asleep of the Theotokos. It's that 15-day period in which we prepare ourselves for the falling asleep of the Theotokos on the 15th of August. It's an interesting time because sandwiched in between the beginning of this fast and the falling asleep of the Theotokos is the Transfiguration. And somehow or other, the Church in her wisdom placed that feast of the Transfiguration, which will take place this coming week, as a revelation of God Himself, perhaps so that we would be very mindful of precisely who the Theotokos is. Jesus reveals Himself on Mount Tabor as the Son of the living God, as the Son of light. He reveals His divinity. He reveals His glory before His disciples, right in the midst of this fast of the Virgin Mary. And perhaps the Church put it there so we would be mindful that Mary is precisely Theotokos, meaning Mother of God, not in His divinity, but she gave birth to God Himself in His humanity, in the flesh. You know, on Christmas Day, when we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, you know it was not a simple birth, but it was a birth of a virgin mother, a birth in whom God came over Mary, and she conceived a child from God Himself. And she bore God Himself, the second person of the Trinity, in human flesh. You've heard me say many times that God loves us so much that He sent His own Son to become one of us, dwell among us, live among us, but most importantly to die on that cross and descend into Hades. Perhaps the reason for the procession of the cross today at the beginning of the fast of the Theotokos, to remind us that the cross is held up to remind us of precisely what Mary did. She gave birth to the Son of the living God precisely so He could die on that cross. And so that we would have no doubt, the Church places the Feast of the Transfiguration in the midst of this fast, so we see God Himself revealed to us. It is a beautiful time of the Church. Most of us think of fasting as sad and as something that's almost a punishment. But fasting is given to us as a gift. It's given to us so that we may be disciplined enough to open our hearts and our minds to see God. It is a time for us to break away from this world and to focus on God Himself and what He has done for us. So my prayers are that this short fast, these 2 weeks, will be a time of uplifting of our souls and of our minds, and that in our fasting we will see God. In our fasting we will turn from this world and to God, and we will precisely understand the great things that God Himself has done for us out of His great love for us. So once again, may this fast be a joy to you. Father Thomas Hopko used to call Great Lent the Lenten spring, or a Lenten joy. And so may this fast be a great joy, and may it open our hearts and calm our souls and diminish our fears and all of those things that distract us from knowing and loving God. God bless you. Help us, save us, have mercy on us, and keep us, O God, by Thy grace, wisdom, that guided always by Thy might, we may ascribe